Right, hi lads and lasses, welcome to Darts Coaching with Dynamite Dave. Today is the second day of the Darts Corner special, which is the Mission Darts. Mission Darts are Darts Corner's brand. As I said yesterday, they do some fantastic stuff, cases, you name it, they do everything. They've got dart boards, their own dart boards, the Mission Samurai 2, fantastic dart board for the money. Everything that you fetch out, I seem to find, is really good quality, so basically great value for money. And in the times that we're in now, where we've got to tighten our belts a little bit, it can make a lot of sense rather than buying one of the top brands. Not that Mission isn't a top brand, because it is, but it's a more reasonably priced top brand. So, without further ado, what we're going to do is have a look at today's darts. I did the rebuses yesterday. Dart in, and your second dart at your first dart's flying, and then your third dart at your first dart's flying, and there you go. Today what we're going to do is the Mission KURO. So the Mission KUROs are 95% tungsten, and the set that I've got are 21 grams. They're quite a petite dart, but let's have a look and see what we think about them when we get them over on the bench and we have a chuck of them. So let's get over there and do that right now. Right, so here we are over at the bench, and we're having a look at these Mission KURO darts. They're 95% tungsten. As we can see by the packaging, it's the typical, very typical Mission packaging. We've got the little window there that normally shows the darts. Obviously I've got the darts out. Quite a nice patterning on the case, similar to what's actually on the flights. The 21 grams of steel tip, as I say, with a 95% tungsten, and then we get all the information on the back there, all the bump. Nice packaging, as I've always said, nice and eco-friendly. Not a lot of cardboard in there, because that's obviously going to get chucked. Not a lot of plastic in the actual holder itself, because it's blown vinyl. There won't be a lot in there. Once that's melted down, it'll be next to now. Whether it's recyclable or not, I have no idea. It doesn't say on the packaging anywhere, or not that I can see. Right, so now what we'll do is, without further ado, we'll have a closer look at these. So let's zoom in, and right, so we've zoomed in a tad now, so we can have a little bit of a closer look at the actual darts themselves. I'm going to take them out of the packaging. So let's take them out of this little packaging section here, and what we'll do is we'll take one out of the holder and hold it up and let you have a proper look at it. Right, so let's take this one out, nice in the holder there, put that over to one side. Right, so this is the actual dart itself. Right, so now we've come into super close up. We can actually see the dart itself, and we can see that we've got a medium black point. So we've got a medium black point on it running up to, I'd say, a medium chamfer running up. So we've got a little bit of a, it's not really a bull nose and it's not really a tapered nose, it's sort of in between. And then we come up to these nice lateral cuts. So we've got lateral cuts going across, and then we've got ring cuts going round, and then we've got lateral cuts going, which make it look a little bit like the Atomic Darts B52, the front of there, which are like little air scoops. So these look very similar to that, only obviously much smaller because the dart's much smaller. Then we've got a micro grip along this section here, then a flat section again, little plain section, and then wider ring cuts along here, which are a little bit of a sharp grip, as you can probably hear there. They're quite a sharp grip, so they're quite nice. Them shallow though, all the grip right across this dart is quite shallow, so you get like a shallow grip, so the actual skin of your fingers doesn't drop very far into it. This part of the barrel here has got like a slight cut in it, so there's a slight bevel in there, which is good for locating the darts as they come out of the serving hand into the actual throwing hand itself. Then it comes back up in a little bit more of an abrupt section here to a collar, and then that collar tapers off then to the actual shaft. As we come down, we go to the standard Mission grip lock shafts. Right, so that's what the full setup looks like with the original flights on. As I said, nice colour scheme, so it's basically just a dark dart all the way along, nice compact short barrel, short stem. Right, so now what we'll do is, without further ado, is we'll get on and we'll chuck them. Right, so here we are over in the throwing section. First thing in the morning, second morning of filming. So now what we're going to do is we're going to throw these Mission KUROs, or KURO. Nice look at them there. As you can see, I've used them with the same flight and stem setup as the Rebus. So we've got a nice datum then, you see, of the different dart, but it discounts the flights and the stems, because these are what I use all the time. I can pretty much determine how they feel by throwing them with my setup. And I think, I've got to say, they do actually look quite smart, don't they? Like that, yep, tubs a good one. Right, so, without further ado, I've not chucked these before. First thing, straight out of the box. So these are the first three with them. I've got to say these feel a lot less grippy than the Rebus. But understandable, seeing as there's a totally different set of darts. So here we go. Yeah, these are curious, these. Probably to go along with the name, they actually feel quite a curious shape to throw. They feel very short, which they are very short. Point to medium length point, slightly longer than the Rebus, or it feels like it, whether it is in measurement terms or not, but actually holding the darts it feels like it. We've got quite a shallow but sharp grip on that centre section we talked about. The fancy bit, which looks like the front of a bomb. So let's have another chuck with them. One more visit to make three. Nice ton on the third visit. So, what do we think of them? Initial thoughts about them before I go quiet and have a few visits with them. I quite like them. They're thin, small, so if you like a small thin dart, then yeah, they're good. The shape of them, I like the shape of them because of that elongated rugby ball. It's my type of shape anyway. But yes, I do like them. I would imagine they group very well, these, when you actually get used to chucking them. Don't forget, because I'm chucking different darts all the time, apart from my match darts, I find it difficult to settle into anything. Well, it takes me 2 or 3 minutes to be able to throw them like pretty well, but throwing them pretty well and having them feeling like an old pair of slippers is a different story, isn't it? Right, so what I'll do is go and get the darts, let's go quiet, do a couple of chucks, see if we can get some decent scores out of it. Let's see if we can get used to them a little bit. $95. Oh, 100. $60. Oh, again, just like with the Rebuses, just just underneath for a 180, he just clipped it and just went under wire. Oh, pulled it. 121. $95. Alright, so what we'll do now is we'll come up, we'll have a couple of chucks at the bull. Bang, first one straight in the middle. That won't happen again, will it? No, I don't think so. Deflection. So what have we got there? Bull and an outer, second visit at the bulls. Let's go and get a grab of them. Right, so that is the Mission KURO. Took a couple of visits to get used to them. I'm impressed again. Same thing, Mission darts, really good darts. These are 95% tungsten, so for the price point, I think they're alright. Nice dart. If you like a small, petite dart, these will be just up your street. Right, so now what we'll do is we'll get on with the next set of darts, which will be day 3. Right, I hope you enjoyed the video, you found that entertaining as well as informative. Right, now if you want to go and buy a set of these darts, what I advise you do is go and have a look at one of the top lads who do the darts reviews, the specialists. So we're talking Neil's Darts, the Scottish lad does darts reviews, or the Darts Review channel. Go on to any of them and find the Mission KUROs. You'll get all the detailed information off them. What I like to do, said this before, say it again, what I like to do is I like to tell you what I think they like to chuck, whether I think they're good quality or not, by looking at the materials, the way that they're built, the cutting in them, the grip levels, etc. So I like to tell you more of what I think of them and what I think they're going to be like to live with. But everything that I've had from Mission up to now has been out of this world. Right, so I hope you've enjoyed the video. Thanks for watching. Don't forget, lads and lasses, you'll only ever get out of this game what you're prepared to put in. And always, to the hockey!